Derek Palmer. Up here. Old man work. Have to grab mom's stuff.
Welcome to 2019 Boys Between the Raiders from Roseville High School and your 2019 Forest Lake Rangers. Now Raiders running lines, first for Roseville. In goal is the senior number 31, Kyle Roy. On defense is a sophomore, number 22, Bjorn Anderson. His partner on the blue line is a sophomore, number 44, Bert Gaffney. At right wing is a sophomore, number 18, Gavin Klein Harrison. At left wing, a sophomore, number 3, Tony Leahy. And starting at center for the Raiders is a junior, number 12, Louis Anderson. Louis Johnson, in that following game, with the head coach, Mr. Ronnie Adams. And now for the Rangers in goal, junior, number 41, Josie Boston. On defense is the senior, number 13, Zach Smith. His partner on the blue line is a sophomore, number 16, Connor Russ. At right wing is a senior, number 19, Matt Hunt. At left wing is senior, number 18, Jacob Zauer. And starting at center for the Rangers, number 21, senior, Assistant coaches for the Rangers have been treated and while the head coach is Mr. John Boone. And out on the east, facing the American flag at the Rangers are here and join us in the play of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday night where tonight we're just going to be playing some hockey. We are here at the Lick Scheidel Arena, the Forest Lake Sports Center, and tonight is a very special night because tonight is senior night for the 2019 seniors of Forest Lake. That means number 4, Brandon Keplin, number 6, Joe Moran, number 8, TJ Galberg, number 13, Zach Smith, number 18, Jacob Zowen, number 19, Matt Hunt, number 21, Dalton Saltness, 22, Dale Running, and number 25, Derek Palmer. Those 2019 seniors for the Rangers. An interesting story for both teams, as not the season that both these teams wanted, but the seasons that they had, as they won't be advancing, as Forest Lake has been 11-5-0 in overall play and 8-6 in the SEC. Meanwhile, Roseville is struggling at 4-18, but 1-14 in the SEC. It's pretty interesting stuff there. As this is Forest Lake Rangers versus Roseville. But tonight we're just playing some hockey. But both teams struggling. This is bragging rights at this point. Nothing to lose. But Forest Lake coming off a win against Moundsview 6-3. And Cretin Durham Hall. And Roseville coming off of a loss to Cretin Durham Hall 7-1. So this will be an interesting matchup. Meanwhile, off that face-off, that looks like Zowen, number 18. Jacob Zowen, one of the seniors. And that's going to start early as Saltness, number 21, is on the ground. That might be an early face-off here. And number 12 for Roseville is already going to be going to the box, Louis Johnson. So I'll start the first power play for the Ranger very early on in this corner as Saltness is in that face-off, as he will win it. Give it to number 7, Carpenter. Number 7, Carpenter working his way from the outside of the goal. And it's taken a shot. Zooms a little bit too far to the left. And that's going to go to Taylor Coland, the goalie for Roseville tonight. Marquee matchup there, as these Rangers offense going to try to go up against that senior, Tyler Coland. And now setting up again, that looks to be Zowen, number 18. Jacob Zowen passed that one off to Saltness. And Saltness to Carpenter. Carpenter gives it back to Zowen. They're just working their way on the outside. That's what they like, have 2 men out. Just work on those long shots in. Meanwhile, with the set back up, had a chance for it. That's Johnson, number 12 for the Rangers, Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson, the sophomore. And it looks like Roseville is getting ready for a substitution, as they'll send 4 out of the 5 guys. 4 out of the 5 guys out for Roseville. It looks like a whole line change for Forest Lake. That's Palmer back. That's Palmer in the face-off now. Palmer just one of those 10 seniors for the Rangers. As that one goes past the sophomore Brust. Number 16, Connor Brust. Connor Brust takes a shot that goes off the foot of Coland. Coland, number 31 for Roseville. And that's a shot, and that's Palmer takes it. Palmer takes a shot. It seems like everyone lost where it was. There's a big shove against the wall. Number 28 ran into the wall, Kai Benson. There's a couple shots moving around. That shot's going to be passed all the way out. And Josie Bothan, an incredible story for her. The junior goalie, first girls goalie for the boys hockey team. So a pretty incredible story for her, as she is the starting goalie tonight for the Rangers. So good on her. But meanwhile, the Rangers make a line change as they're moving a couple people out. They're leaving number 6. Number 6, Joe Moran, off the line, had a chance at it. Meanwhile, moving back around, that's Zowen, the senior. the senior captain, Jacob Zowen, trying to move his way around, working with number 22, Bjorn Anderson for Roseville, but he won't win that battle as that was 2-on-1. Now Louis Johnson has it for Roseville. It goes off the stick of Gavin Klein-Carlson, number 18 for Roseville. Now a couple people fighting for it. Zooms out, passed around, and that's number 19, Matt Hunt for the Rangers. Meanwhile, Matt Hunt passes that one off to Moran as that goes in between the feet of Moran as Moran wasn't ready for it. And that's number 6, Joey O'Neill had a chance at it. Now the Rangers just trying to get out of dodge here, try to set back up on offense. That's Zowen with the breakaway speed, but he'll get caught up there. So that one's caught and dropped down by Brust. But looks like that'll be the penalty. And since he caught it, now it's going to be a face-off. That's Carpenter in there for the Rangers. 7 against 7. Cole Carpenter for the Rangers and Adam King for Roseville. As that one sent all the way around. Number 22, Bjorn Anderson. As now it looks like a couple people fighting for it. That's Kepler, one of the 10 seniors. And that was to be Kai Benson for Roseville. Now Rangers setting up opportunity. That's Carpenter. Carpenter just missed his shot a little bit to the right this time. Now jumping on it was Cohen. A 3-to-1 ratio in the favor of the Rangers and shots against the goal. So a quick start here as Rangers trying to jump on top early. But in the face-off is Carpenter and number 17, Max Moriarty for Roseville. And meanwhile, it looks like Carpenter's heading out of the face-off. And they're going to put in number 3, Lucas Wellinga for the Rangers. That pass is sent all the way around. Goes a little bit to the right of Cole Wachter. It looks like that's going to be another face-off. It's in the face-off. That looks to be Carpenter for the Rangers. Carpenter and Moriarty. Meanwhile, had a chance to break away as he did steal it. Was Matthew Bellin. Now bouncing on the wall. Big cunt there by a Ranger, but meanwhile, that's going to be number 28, Cole Wachter. That's Kepler. Kepler trying to make a couple moves, and now that's Carpenter for the Rangers. As Carpenter's trying to set up an opportunity. Had a shot at the goal, but big save there. Meanwhile, as that one's zooming past around. There's a couple players that was in between legs. Josie Bontham just goes down and blocks it. Coming all the way around. Meanwhile, there's a couple people over there. Goes past the stick of 12, Hunter Johnson for the Rangers. And now the Rangers are showing some pretty good defense. As that's Palmer. Palmer with the nice cut on the inside and the control as the pass was off. But that's 31 Kyle Roy. Excuse me, as I mixed up the two. Number 33 Tyler Cohen, number 31 Kyle Roy. Number 31 Kyle Roy seems to be started for Roseville. So sorry on my behalf there. But another face-off coming up here. As there was an opportunity by number 25 Derek Palmer, but as he was trying to go for that cut in, just tons of Roseville players, looked like 3 Roseville players just swarmed to the puck. As that passes out, that looks to be Saltness for the Rangers. Saltness tries to set the shot on the inside, as that's to no prevail. That's Adam King for Roseville. With an opportunity in net. A couple people are there. Bothan was down, and that's going to be your first goal of the night. Bothan didn't see it, trying to reach out for it, and picking up the scraps as Roseville's able to go up 1-0. That looked to be number 28. They might give it 28, Kai Benson. Kai Benson was able to just bat that one in as he saw it right in his peripherals. on a falling Josie Bothan. Mills that passes back to the outside as that one's batted down by Adam King. So Roseville, again, this is for bragging rights. None of these teams just want to win, but Roseville seems like they have the drive here early. 4-18. This team doesn't look like they're 4-18 so far, as they're performing at a very high level, and they are up 1-0. 11 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first period. So a quick start for this Roseville team, as that's exactly what the doctor ordered up. Meanwhile, in that faceoff, that was Saltness for the Rangers. And that goes whizzing by, and looks like Zowan wanted to have a chance at it. Well, that's going to be given off, and that's going to be bad towards Bothan. Gavin Klein Carlson for Roseville just bats it towards Josie Bothan. She just jumps down on it. In the face-off, that looks to be number 12, Lou Johnson for Roseville. That one's batted around. That looks to be Kaplan. Looks like Kaplan was fighting for it, and look, now it was Carpenter. Carpenter. And it looks like Louis Johnson and number 16, Zach Schiller for Roseville. So 2-on-2 matchup there. Meanwhile, that's Galberg. That's TJ Galberg for the Rangers, who's trying to get that one out of dodge. Meanwhile, trying to set up that shot was number 18, Gavin Klein Carlson, though, just sitting there waiting for it, but missed the shot as Botham blocked it. As Josie Botham was able to block that one out. Meanwhile, that's Carpenter, who's trying to pass that one off to Lucas Wellinga. Now that's Brust. Back to Carpenter. Carpenter on the 3-on-1, but he's just not going to win that battle. As that's number 8, Nate Boss, just slaps the puck away. So strong defense so far here by Roseville, as they're holding strong. Just able to keep the pressure and keep the Rangers so far on their heels. And meanwhile, as that one's batted around, that looks to be number 28, Cole Wachter for the Rangers. But as that pass was a little bit off, that's Brust. And the sophomore Brust just trying to do anything to set up an opportunity for the Rangers. That one's bad off. That's number 14, Max Myers for Roseville. And now that's Johnson. Johnson passes that one off to Wachter. Now just like this, back and forth these two teams go, trading signs of possessions, as these two defenses just want nothing to do with it. And that's Adam King for Roseville. And Adam King trying to set up a shot, but looks like his own teammate, number 14, Max Myers, gets in the way. Meanwhile, tripping on it, that looked to be Zach Smith, number 13. Another opportunity there. Botham tried to jump on it. A lot of miscommunication there. Botham was down trying to crawl for the puck there, gets away from her, and avoiding disaster were the Rangers. Missed opportunity for Roseville, as they could have gone up 2-0. Luck on the Rangers side there, as a couple of Rangers just crowded on that puck and realized that wrong goal, so they just tried to hit the puck away. But that's going to be a face-off. Number 12, Louis Johnson for Roseville. And looks to be number 21, maybe, for the Rangers in that face-off. But that looks to be Dalton Saltness, number 21 for the Rangers. And number 15, Blake Spindle for the Rangers, is going to be going in the penalty box. So that's going to start the Roseville's first power play, and that's the second power play of the night, one by each team. But that's starting Roseville's first power play. Roseville now going to just try to set up and add on to this lead of 1-0 with 8 minutes remaining in the first period, as that passes off, bounces off the side of the wall, near side. That was Gavin Klein Carlson that was there for it. But it looks like that's going to be a face-off. As Louis Johnson and Jacob Zown are in there in the face-off. Puck slams down. That looks to be Zown beating everyone to it. Puck went right past Bjorn Anderson, and Zown with the one-on-one opportunity as Kyle Roy is able to just beat him on that one-on-one and just block that one away, and that's Zown. Zown trying to be his one-man army right now. Zown hits him back off the wall. Zown tried to do a little spin around. Looked like number 16 Bruss was trying to help him out, but 24 would not get fooled. Burke Gaffney. Now a couple Rangers are crowded up to him. Now Gaffney comes out, tries to help out his fellow Roseville teammate, and getting slammed onto the wall. That was Zowen. We're moving around. That's going to be number 7, Adam King. Adam King now working his way. Looks like that'll be a foul. Gonna be offsides there. So Adam King was trying to work in territory. But that's going to be a face-off. As number 3, Lucas Wehlinga for the Rangers and Adam King for Roseville. So that one's passed off as Kaplan was eyeing Kyle Roy. So no love lost between these two teams as they're both just hungry for a win. With a great cut there. That looks to be Adam King. A nice cut. Bothan will just get on that and save it. That'll be another face-off. Getting some fresh legs as a new line change inside Ranger territory. That looks to be Louis Johnson. Dalton Salton is in the face-off. That passes back. They're going to try to move it around the net. As that shot was blocked, Salton is shoving Johnson down, giving it to Zowen. Zowen had a chance at it, but he loses it. That one went a little bit past him. Now Zowen going to try to work his way back. And it looks like as Blake Splendel gets out and a Roseville player loses his stick. So surviving the power play as the Rangers have been doing so well so far this year. And now going into the face-off inside Roseville territory. Inside the face-off, that's Saltness. Saltness to Hunt, and now Hunt and Carpenter and Zowen. It's Saltness had a chance at it. Zowen, Saltness, and Hunt just working on the outside. Just working their way and finding that open zone and just taking those long shots as that one goes off the stick of a player. Trying to get a big shove at the wall was Johnson. Now scrambling back is Saltness for the Rangers. Saltness passes that one off to Hunt. Hunt gives it to the other Johnson. Hunt gives it to Ranger Johnson this time. As Carpenter working his way behind the net. Now Carpenter just eyeing what's open, and that's Zowen. Zowen against Kai Benson. Now Saltness with that shot on the inside, looks like right in the stomach as Kyle Roy is able to gut that one out. Another line change for the Rangers as this is a power play. Number 10 for Roseville, Tony Lee is in the box. So this is the second power play of the night for the Rangers. Well, so heavy defense here as the Rangers just got some of their big named attackers just trying to go. Meanwhile, that's moving around. That looks to be number 24 for the Rangers. Number 24, Jordan Oberholzer. with a shot taken at the net as an open net shot, and Oberholzer missed it. As it looked like Saltness took the shot, but it missed Oberholzer's. He couldn't try to rally that one out and take another shot at that open net. But now Rangers setting up nonetheless as a big check, as it looked like Brust hits the wall. Meanwhile, that looks to be Oberholzer. Passes that one off to Brust. Back to Brust. Mike gives it Spindle. No, gives it to Palmer. Trying to give back to Oberholzer. Gives it back to Spindle. I mean, this Rangers team so effective on the outside, but that's just going to be caught by Roy. Kyle Roy. Kyle Roy doing his part so far tonight, as he's been able to defend 8 shots on the goal. So Roseville holding this lead 1-0. Meanwhile, that's Zowen. Zowen and Louis Johnson are in the face-off. And it looks like Zowen just tried to take it himself, but Zowen's going to try to move from behind the net. But he's just going to give it out to one of his fellow teammates as that shot's blocked off. Tony Lie. As Tony Lie falls down, had a breakaway with an amazing chance there. Now Lie just trying to regroup his offense. As that pass goes out, in the waiting of Bjorn Anderson. Another shot taken at the net. That's covered by Josie Bothan for the Rangers. So that'll be another face-off. Coming up here, big line change. Three new players for Roseville. As it looks like the Rangers will only take away 1. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first period. Roseville leading 1-0. So quick score early, but seemed to be all defense from both sides now, just trying to tighten up and fasten in. As that pass looked to be to number 20, and it looks like with the breakaways, number 21, Saltness. Saltness with the breakaway speed, but that one goes a little bit too far to the left. As that goes all the way around, but that'll just be covered up by Kai Benson, and Kai Benson's going to try and move that one around, and a couple of Rangers are there. It looks like number 9, Ben Rice, for the Rangers had a chance. But now that'll be icing. That'll be another face-off. With Ben Rice had a chance at it, but it goes a little bit too far past him, as nothing was there. But now, as the face-off comes, that's Carpenter. Carpenter and Moriarty. It looks like Carpenter wins that face-off, moves it past. That's Spindle for the Rangers. Spindle takes a shot that goes above the net, and another shot taken by Kaplan. Couple shots at the net with no avail so far. As that looks to be Moriarty. No, just going to take that one away. But that one's passed back into play. That's Carpenter. Carpenter trying to set up something big. Carpenter gives it to Kaplan, and Kaplan with a goal. Braden Kaplan, the senior, the 5'8" senior captain, will put in the first goal of the night for the Rangers, and now the Rangers are awake. As the Rangers just set that up beautifully. As that shot was taken out by Carpenter. Carpenter just passes that one off to Kaplan, and Kaplan just able to put that one in the bag. 1-1, 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. The Rangers are able to answer. Now in the face-off, that's Carpenter, who set up with that beautiful assist. Now it's Moriarty there. Now that puck goes all the way around. That's Lou Johnson for Roseville. Now a couple people are pinned against the wall on the Rangers side. Now it's going to be given off all the way down. That's Kaplan. Kaplan runs straight into Bjorn Anderson. Now Kaplan working up against Bjorn Anderson, but miscommunication there. That's Burke Gaffney. As that pass goes all the way back. And that'll be another face-off. Big line change for both teams now. Get some fresh legs after a big doozy of 10 minutes of just running around defense. Strong holds by both. but a missed opportunity as Kyle Roy falling down trying to take that shot, but Carpenter able to just capitalize on it. As that shot is taken out, looked like Oberholzer had a chance at it. But meanwhile, zooming all the way around is Palmer. And Palmer with the speed, but gets slammed right into the wall, but lands back on his feet. The big hit delivered by Nate Boss, number 8. And the shove at the end, that's Boss, the captain. Nate Boss, the captain there. A little hostile as he takes a big shove to Palmer, as he was the one able to deliver the hit. Now it's Adam King and Dalton Saltness in as Saltness takes the one shot out. But that one's just going to be taken up by Kyle Roy, and that's another face-off. As Kyle Roy was able to cover that one up. Meanwhile, back in the face-off, that's the same two people, Saltness and King. And another cover-up, so we'll just do it a third time. And Saltness and King are still in the face-off, as that one's looks like a little bit of a jump there by Adam King. A little too antsy. So now checking in, that'll be Kai Benson. And the shot taken towards the net. That was Hunt. Matt Hunt had a chance at the net. Slices that one all the way down and around. Now moving his way out. As that went past, trying to set up a shot. That went past number 6, Joey O'Neal. And Bontham just going to cover that one up. But now it's another face-off. Line change for both teams. And now another face-off here. The shots on goal have increased exponentially for the Rangers so far, 12-8. So big game plan change there, as now they're tied up with Roseville 1-1. Some new tactic going at it. It's been working so far, as it looks like number 22, Bjorn Anderson, fell. But that's going to put Zowen in the box, starting the 4th power play, second of the night for Roseville. Big opportunity if Roseville can capitalize on this power play. Meanwhile, the puck gets down. That was Saltness and Johnson. Now just working away from the outside. That was Lier. And with a big chop there, as just to try to save it, Kyle Roy had to bat that one all the way out as a dangerous opportunity for the Rangers. That could have been catastrophic for Roseville. Meanwhile, passing on the tempo, picking up as Louis Anderson, and Botham will just cover that one up with 49 seconds remaining in the first period. So almost a disastrous play there. But number 31, Kyle Roy, the goalie, who's been pretty good tonight, letting off that one goal, but he's been pretty good. Both these goalies have been pretty solid tonight. As the 20 goals on the net, both these teams combined, just only to 2. But meanwhile, Roseville just trying to keep contention with the steal and opportunity, but that one sliced away by Kyle Roy. The goalie able to play a little bit of defense as Saltness had an opportunity towards the net. And now Saltness contesting, as that looks to be Hunter Johnson also trying to contest. But now with some defense, that one past the left side of Botham's goal. Now Rangers just playing strong defense, bats that one away, goes off the stick of Saltness. Saltness passes that one off to Johnson, and that might be it, as the Rangers are just playing back on defense, and that will be it for the first period. Very, very eventful, throwing punches left and right But in the end, it'll be tied going into the second period, 1-1. The senior number 18, Jacob Zowen, is still in the box for 41 seconds. So the power play still on for Roseville. Let's see if they can capitalize. Stay tuned for the second period. as we are back for the second period, excuse me. So we are back for the second period. Pretty eventful first period, if I'd say so. A shootout left and right, 1-1. But as the second period is starting, still on the power play is Roseville, as Jacob Zowen is in the box for 41 more seconds. So Roseville still has a chance to capitalize on their opportunity with this power play. But meanwhile, back and forth, these two teams win a combined 20 shots at the goal for an eventful 1-1 each. But now, as these two teams switch sides, we're going to see how they'll go on here. Meanwhile, that bounces off the wall. That looked to be Zach Smith, number 13 for the Rangers, trying to bat that one away. And now they're already going to be starting off on defense. But with that breakaway shot, that's Carpenter. Carpenter gives it to Saltness, and Saltness goes a little bit behind him. As that was Carpenter. Carpenter's pass to Saltness had a chance with that breakaway. But the power play is over. But we'll just get a face-off here. Incredible missed opportunity there. But they'll just have to brush it off and move on. As inside this face-off, they're getting ready, and looks like a little bit of a discussion here by the refs to see what happened, who they're going to give it to. Explaining to a couple of the players on both sides of the bench. but to that avail. Nonetheless, that's going to be saltness for the Rangers inside, and that's Adam King for Roseville. As that passes out to be chasing, that's Cole Wachter. And now shot on the outside as that banks off the skate, and that's going to be good. Wow. Quick start like what they were able to do last time. Unbelievable play there as they were just setting up on the outside and just capitalizing on an opportunity. That one went almost off the skate as she wasn't able to, as Josie Bothan, number 41, wasn't able to locate it. So that'll leave Roseville up 2-1 with 16 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. So just about a minute into this, able to capitalize on a huge opportunity coming out of that power play. Not even needing it. Meanwhile, Moran, number 6, just wanted to bat that one down. But looks like number 20, Matthew Belen, couldn't stop the puck in time, and now lead to a face-off. Big opportunities by Roseville, able to put them up in this game 2-1. It's going into the face-off. Maybe Galberg or Moran just trying to talk to the ref. Just pleading a case. But nonetheless, that's Galberg and King. And they're on the face-off. The fake to the outside, but looks like he missed the puck there. That's King. King for Roseville. Had a chance at it. Looked like everyone missed it. Meanwhile, that's Moran as Moran just pins the puck off. There's King there. Is that shot off by Moran? Goes off of Bothan with a beautiful block there. And now that's Keplin. It's taken away, and it looks like that was Matthew Belen with the nice breakaway. Just trying to steal a couple chops there. It looks like Keplin. Now Keplin's going to try to set up his team, but that one goes a little bit too far past him. And now that looks to be waiting number 10. Number 10 with a one-on-one opportunity. Number 10, Tony Lien, is able to stop that one with a beautiful. Tony Lien had a chance there. He was just waiting for it. The Rangers defense caught off guard, but Josie Bothan able to make up for her mistakes and save that pass. In the face-off, number 12, Louis Johnson. Looks like Saltness again. Saltness seems to be their favorable guy in those face-offs, so they're sticking with a hot hand as that puck goes all the way around. That's picked up by Roseville, Bjorn Anderson. Now they're doing what they did last time, just setting up on the outside. Seems like that's what these teams like to do so well. And that one's going to go in the stands. Puck flying high, going in the Ranger crowd. A way to get involved there. Now back into the face-off is Louis Johnson and Dalton Saltness. Dalton Saltness, Louis Johnson ready. And looks like Johnson able to bat that one out. And that goes to Tony Lien, the one who scored the goal earlier. Lien is able to cut that one out. Give it to Johnson. Company will find around for it. Looks like another opportunity at that. Another opportunity there as Bothan falls. And looks like she wasn't able to get up because no one was ready. And now Roseville just running all over as they're able to get another one. A bunch of missed plays, missed opportunities. Big loss there. As able to capitalize on that power play. That was number 8, TJ Galberg for the Rangers. They got penalized and was in that power play. So that was the 5th power play of the night. And the 3rd power play for Roseville. So a very bad way to start the second period. But now it looks like it's going to be a very big uphill battle for the Rangers if they want to have a chance here. Josie Bonfin out of sorts there. She was still laying on the ground. She didn't know if it was already in or not. And it looked like Cole Carpenter just trying to bat that one out. But nonetheless, Roseville will be up 3-1, 13 minutes and 54 seconds, in the second period. And now the change of shots on goals. The Rangers aren't able to get any shots on goals. But meanwhile, as Roseville's able to match from 8 to 13 shots on the goal. So they're raising up. I mean, they've almost been perfect on goals and shots on the goal. So obviously the timeout to go into the second period, able to change their mindset, has just been doing them wonders. As Connor Brust was trying to set up something, but now all momentum in the side of Roseville. So that passes all the way back and around. But they'll blow the whistle and another faceoff. The faceoff's going to be in Roseville territory. Looks like Saltness and Johnson are in the faceoff. It looks like Saltness wanted to just destroy that one. Meanwhile, it's going to go all the way around. That's going to be another face-off. As Bontham was just waving that one off. Looks like they're going to set up on the other side. The left side of Kyle Roy. And this Roseville defense has been doing them wonders so far in the second period. And this offense by Roseville that's just been able to pick up tremendously. And that's Tony Lie. Lie with a long shot. Bontham able to catch it. A long shot attempt there. That's number 12, Louis Johnson. Johnson and Carpenter in there. Placing out Saltness, and that shot taken. And Bontham will catch another blazing hot puck. That's a face-off, and that's Carpenter again in there. So it looked like Saltness finally checked out of the game. With a little bit of a couple players subbing in. Another shot at the net, goes off the skate, and that's Keplin. Keplin, Carpenter. As Keplin tries to bat one out, he was working on Bjorn Anderson. A couple scrambles for the puck. Meanwhile, that's going to be given to Zach Smith, and that one's going to be good. The long shot. Zach Smith, the senior, a part of that 10 senior night, and he's able to put up one for his team. The Rangers saying they're not done yet, as Zach Smith from downtown able to put that one in. Now another face-off coming up here. After that great goal by Zach Smith. Now looks like that Rangers crowd getting back into it. As a huge goal was made by the Rangers. Just try to keep in stride. 2-3. 12 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. That pass goes back and around. That's going to be stopped by Roy. And now the Rangers is going back to their fundamentals with that aggressive approach. Looks like Carpenter tries to squeeze that one out. And another shot at the net. That one's blocked by Roy. There's a couple people were there. Zach Smith wanted to have another one. He won't be able to get it. Zach Smith getting run into the wall by a couple of Roseville players. Meanwhile, that's Hunt. Hunt gives it to Carpenter. Carpenter has a one-on-one opportunity. But that one's deflected away by Roy. Setting up a face-off here. Line change by both teams. Fresh legs coming in. face-off coming up. Dalton Saltness in for the Rangers in this upcoming face-off here as that one goes down. Looks like Saltness just trying to bat that one out. And Louis Johnson was in there for Roseville. Now with this aggressive approach as Saltness was breathing down the neck of Berkey Gaffney. It was almost to avoid a disaster approach there. Looks like no one was ready for that one as that pass was trying to go around. That's Kevin Klein. Carlson. Bruss just tries to pass one up. And now just patching up on defense. That's Saltness. Saltness with the one-on-one chance. With a great save by 31 Kyle Roy. That's Galberg moving around the net. And that one's just going to be stopped by Berkey Gaffney and pinned against the wall. Trying to go for that breakaway. Picked up action here as a lot of players are getting more restless and aggressive there. But going into the box is TJ Galberg, number 8. So he's going to be in the box once more. Better be careful there. But as the power play does begin, once again, for Roseville, 4-2 department in power plays. Roseville only able to capitalize on one of their 4 power plays, but this being their 4th, just seeing what will happen here, as that looks to be Adam King in the face-off for Roseville. And now so dangerous what they're able to do. Set up on the outside, shots taken, that one's blocked, 16 against 16. Zach Schiller and Connor Brust against each other there, as Brust was saying not today. But meanwhile, that's Nate Boss. Nate Boss tried to pass that one off, but as they blow the whistle, looks like another face-off coming up here. Big line change for Roseville. Looks like Saltness and Johnson are back in this face-off. That passes up and high, down to the other side. That looked to be Hunter Johnson for the Rangers. Almost had the chance, but he lost location of it. Now a couple people are just batting around with it. Who go where? It goes back in the feet. An opportunity with it. That looked to be number 12. Had a shot at it. It was Louis Johnson. As Bontham goes down, but she's able to save one there. It's a missed shot. That looks to be number 10, Tony Lie, has a big check towards the wall. People are falling and getting heavy action here as people are getting absolutely bashed. This is no remorse. They just want to play to win. As a lot of shots taken in there. Jolie Bontham just able to stand her ground. Josie Bontham able to do wonders there. Big line change for both teams as they're just trying to set up quickly. Meanwhile, moving their way back around was Adam King. Adam King with a great breakaway and a drive, trying to move away around the net, but gets slapped away, and it looks like Russ lost his 6 for the Rangers. And a great save by Josie Bontham as they're setting that one up to Kai Benson. Incredible save by Bontham. That'll be another face-off. She tracked that one all the way through. But what a great shot by Kai Benson. Just almost had a chance to put it right in the right spot, but was Bontham a little too quick. Meanwhile, on the face-off, it's working away. That looks to be Boss. Boss with the chance. Backs off of Willingas. Now look to be Moriarty. Now just trying to set precaution. Looks like Boston see it. Willinga weren't able to see it. That went past the intended target of Max Moriarty. Now surviving the power play, the Rangers. A big face-off coming up here inside of Roseville territory. That looks to be Wellinga in the face-off. That's trying to give it off to Zawin. Galberg was waiting. Zawin to Galberg. Looks like that's going to be back to Zawin. Zawin's trying to pass him off to... Well, it hits the back of the ice. That looks to be Ben Rice in the game. With a shot at the net, that's Galberg. And a shot at the net, Zawin bounces off the other side. Met by Rice. Galberg. And that one hits, smashes the wall. That's Kyle Roy. And trying to set up to the inside was Rice. And it looks like a couple people fall. So that net gets out of place. Two Roseville players running into each other. That looks to be Moriarty and Roy. Another face-off here. Line change for both teams. As Johnson might be in the face-off. Looks like they couldn't get 5 players. As number 24, Oberholzer will check in, and now Oberholzer will be in the face-off. Passes that one off. The puck flies high. No one realized it. That moves all the way around the back of the net. Pinned against the wall. Now Roseville just trying to play this high defense and set themselves up again. And that pass is good to Louis Johnson. Johnson gets broken up. Michael Wachter giving back to Johnson. Johnson against Klein Carlson. Now this Rangers team's getting into it, only down 1. 7 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. 2-3. That pass was tipped away by Louis Johnson for Roseville. 2 Johnsons in the game. Hunter, Louis, both number 12. And that's not going to get confusing after a while. But meanwhile, looks to be Tony Lie getting pinned up. Moving around. Just try to pass that one off to King, and King's trying to get that one away. Now 5 people were in there as that puck finally flies out. Given around in the substitution with Saltness. Substitution going into the game for Palmer. Now looks like Zounds also in the game as Brust was against Klein Carlson. Passes it back against the net. Zooms past the left side. The right side, excuse me, as Adam King had a chance at it. Another great save. A little bit of shoving there by King and Brust. No, 2 teams are just hungry at this point. And looks like Brust is going out of the game as he's getting subbed in. So line changed by both teams. It looks like Saltness was in there in the line change. A couple people went after it with a shot taken. That one went right past Bothan as she wasn't aware. As the luck was on the side, as Adam King had a chance at it. He took a valiant shot, went a little bit past Bothan after the block, but Rangers able to just swoop that one away and put it back in Roseville territory. As that pass is up and around. Gives around Saltness to Galberg. That's to Hunt. To Moran. Gets a little bit past Galberg. That's going to set up a face-off. Miscommunication by both. In the face-off, looks to be number 17, Max Moriarty. And that looks to be number 15, Blake Spendle. And that's Carpenter. Carpenter with a beautiful breakaway, setting up an opportunity. Couldn't get it around the net. It's now Carpenter to Kaplan. Kaplan tries to give it back to Carpenter. Carpenter getting shoved into the wall by Moriarty. Now a couple of each of both Roseville and Forest Lake players are after it. The Rangers just trying to hold on here as 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain, as they are only down 1. That shot is taken, bounces off the shoulder, it looked like, of Botham. Now that's Carpenter. Carpenter passes that one off to Kaplan. Kaplan had a chance at it. Now this defense being shown here by Schiller as Smith bounces that one off the wall. It goes past a couple players. Looks like a major substitution being made as they need to get new players in. Forest Lake. That's Louis Johnson for the Rangers. And that looked to be Hunter Johnson for the Rangers. Louis Johnson for Roseville, giving a big check. Meanwhile, moving their way around, puck flies high. A couple people are after it, as Roseville just pinning them against the wall there. Now going into the box, that looks to be Smith, who scored the goal to keep the play in 1 earlier in the period. He's on the face-off. That's King for Roseville. Next with that Schiller. Brust accidentally hit that one off against the net. That's Galberg. 4-on-5 here as another power play. But it looks like that's not going to matter because Saltness is trying to set up an opportunity. Gives it around. A couple people run into the net. A couple people get bashed into the net. Now Galberg. Galberg and Kai Benson exchanging a few words. Things are getting heated between these two. A little rough around the edges by both teams, is trying to contain emotions of what their seasons have been. Now it looks like Saltness is also going into the box for the Rangers, leaving it a 3-on-5. Looks like ref might be giving out a big warning there. Not what the Rangers needed. Now the face-off coming all the way back to the other side. Adversity so far what these Rangers are going to be facing coming up here. Meanwhile, as that pass goes all the way around, that puck flies high. Back to Miraculous. Looks like a couple people fell. Looks like Zoun fell and lost his stick. It looks like a couple angry fans there. Zoun gets dragged down. Working against Tony Lie. Well, that passes off. Gives it to Gaffney. Gaffney with a big shove there. As Zoun able to put up the boom with the 3-on-5. And Zoun goes out of the game. Johnson checks into the game. Now Rangers just trying to do their best to keep everything nice and clean. That's Brust with the defense. That pass was missed away. That looked to be Johnson. Johnson had a chance at it. Now pass all the way from the outside. That was number 22, Bjorn Anderson. So now a couple Rangers are pinned up against the wall. Takes a big check there, but trying to keep it in play. That's Tony Lie. Now just working on the outside. That's what this Roseville team loves doing, but that one goes past Anderson again. It's a little bit choppy as 7 seconds remain until they can get another player back in. Just have some reinforcement there. There's another shot at the net. But Boston keeping great defense there, keeping her poised. As that looked to be Lie. But meanwhile, O'Neal, number 6 for Roseville, had a chance. Now a couple people breaking away, bounced off ball. That's back to O'Neal as that punt flies high. Anderson was in the vicinity, but that's going to be King. King tried to pass it off to Anderson. Anderson wasn't ready, but King's there. And now great defense here as that looks to be Saltness. Saltness with the breakaway, having a chance to tie the game. Looks like kept it a little too far. Saltness had a chance, just wasn't able to connect. But now Saltness passing that one around to Zawin. But it looks like they're able to survive that 3-on-5 as both the players are out. Now it's back to a 5-on-5 game as that pass is blocked away by Saltness. These guys have been doing it all in a big mitt catch by Josie Bothan. Standing her ground. Now looks to be a face-off. There's a couple people ready for it, so that chance goes around. Looks like that went off the stick of Braden Kaplan. This defense has showed up now into the waning minutes as Carpenter gets a big shove to the ground. That's going to put Tony Lie into the box. And now another power play for Forest Lake as they have a chance to tie the game with 51 seconds left in the second period. A big opportunity here as they're able to just have a chance to score on any opportunity. Now moving our way around. Now trying to set up some great. Looks like illegal pass maybe. Maybe no one will get it. Because it looks like maybe it's just a legal pass out. We don't know. But nonetheless, inside the face-off is Saltness for the Rangers and King for Roseville. That's passed off to Zawin. Zawin gives it to Carpenter. Carpenter almost loses it. Carpenter almost taking the shot. Gives it to Saltness. Saltness to Hunt. And 20 seconds are remaining. So Rangers better work fast here, but they're just trying to get any opportunity they have. Another shot, the net, as that one goes out. Almost with the big chance there, and it looks like they might go contested into the half, but Saltness with an opportunity. Saltness has a last-ditch effort. Saltness running into the goalie, but they might call it in. They're not going to call it with 0.6 seconds remaining. Controversy here as he ran into the goalie. We don't know what she's going to call it. Kyle Roy, Dalton Saltness were both involved in it. What an ending this might be. And after all that, looks like the refs talking to a couple different players. But they might not count this. They might not count this. Unbelievable ending to the second period here. 0.6 seconds remain. As they might just have the face-off to end it. That's Saltness against Adam King. So the goal won't count. Crazy ending here. That will just mean nothing. Bitter taste in the end for the Rangers, but third period's coming up. This will be quite exciting finish. Stay tuned for the third period.
First of all, winner of the cash prize, cup number 20, Hudson Nelson. Hudson Nelson, winner of our cash prize. Now for 3 pizzas from Delicious Chicken Burger Pizza. With cup number 18, Devin Williams. Devin Williams is our first winner of cup number 18. And our second winner of a regional cup number 52, Darren Anderson. Congratulations to our winners and thanks to everyone for playing all season long with the sports. Thank you.
As we are back for the third period. Looks like that one goes off to the left side. Giving off, and looks like that's going to start with Saltness. Meanwhile, that pass is way outside. Oh, it's going to be tapped away, and that's going to be Carpenter. Carpenter with a little bit of a misillusion trick. But as we are starting the third period, a very eventful game. These teams have just been heavyweight juggernauts going at each other left and right, offense and defense showing tremendously. But as the score is 2-3 with 22 shots on about 20, so it's a very much of a shooting affair. So, but meanwhile, Rangers just starting off a very hot hand as they were able to start quick on the offense. But with the nice breakaway there, that's going to start off with Zhao. Zhao with a little bit of a spin as he gets slammed into the wall. That's Louis Johnson. We've been calling his name a lot tonight as he's just been a very reliable player for this Roseville team. As that goes off the feet. That's going back to Johnson. Johnson going to pass this one all the way out to the outside. That looks to be Boss. Nate Boss. As that passes out, just let it sit there, but no one was ready for it. That pass goes a little bit too far for his team. That's going to be passing, putting back into play is Zach Schiller. Now Rangers trying to show their defense. Passes that one off to Saltness. Saltness and Kaplan side by side. Saltness trying to set up an opportunity. Tries to give it off to Kaplan, or maybe just shoots him himself. Gives it Kyle Roy off his post. But meanwhile, as that goes off the stick, that goes back to Brust. But meanwhile, Brust's back shot gives back to Kai Benson. And now Roseville back in Ranger territory. It's finally able to be broken up and away. Given around, finally passed away. Passed up. And that pass was a little bit high as it looked like Blake Spendle had a chance at it to try to bat it down, but Bjorn Anderson for Roseville was the one that tried to make that attempt. Meanwhile, substitution being made by the Rangers as that one gets passed away. Gets coming to zooming in of Bjorn Anderson, but finally a whistle blows. These two teams going at it. I highlighted this a little bit earlier. Not the kind of way these teams wanted to go. As Forest Lake 11-12 overall and Roseville 4-18 overall. So both these teams would just like a win. Rangers to become a 500 team, and Roseville just to have some pride into what this season has been for them. Very interesting though, Roseville only 1-14 in SEC play. That one win came to Woodbury 3-1. So they're looking to just try to add another one. Meanwhile, that shot was taken by, it looked like Palmer. Palmer wasn't able to get that, as it seems like Kyle Roy has been very sharp tonight. But Roseville not having the season they hoped for as they're in the bottom of the division. And Rangers, their record says it all, just about a 500 team staying in the middle of the pack in the SEC and everything overall. In the SEC, though, they are 8-6. So, trying to keep it on the win department. So, I mean, both, just overall, just highlighting that both teams want to win tonight. Just to know it wasn't all that bad. But meanwhile, on the senior night, that's going to be passed off and looked like Keppelin had a chance at it. Looks like that might be Wellinga. That's going to be O'Neal for Roseville. As that pass goes away and high. That's going to be grabbed in the stands by a Ranger. So they're just going to have another face-off coming up. On the face-off, that's Saltness and Anderson. As Bruss gets run right into the wall. That's Saltness. Now Saltness just trying to do everything he can. Trying to spin that pass all the way back around, but Nate Boss was there. As that pass goes high and hits the ceiling, they're going to have to restart with another face-off here. As 21 shots on the goal taken by the home team, Forest Lake Rangers, and 22 shots taken on the goal by Roseville. So I mean, both these two teams are getting at it, just having these attempt to the goal. Very close matchup for these two teams. It looks to be number 12, Louis Johnson, in the faceoff for Roseville. And that looks like Saltness in the faceoff for the Rangers, with a nice break up there by Tony Lie. Trying to set up that almost a screen-like play. That's Zowen, the senior. Zowen trying to move his way around, work his way in, and runs into the goal. And that'll do it. That'll put him in. Steamrolling over a man, and he'll be up 3-3 all. Zowen saying he'll put it in himself, and he'll put in that goal, and he'll do it all. As the senior Zowen would like nothing more than just to have that one. Steamrolling right over Kyle Roy, who's been pretty good tonight. But Jacob Zowen just getting it done. Meanwhile, in the face-off, that's Max Moriarty. That passes off. Looks like a miss by Rice. Just going to be given to Spindle. Spinal had a chance at it, but Bothan's able to catch that one. That's going to be another face-off. The shot's taken up against the rack. Looks to be there. That looks to be Saltness. Saltness wants to have the lead of the night. That one goes off the back of the net. And now these Rangers fans are getting into it as this game's tied up 3-3 in the third period. 23 all. That's a lot of threes on the board. But Brust will go into the penalty box for 2. Looks like 11 minutes and 42 seconds remain. Meanwhile, people moving around and shot the net, and that's caught by Kyle Roy. So Kyle Roy able to save that one. But Rangers in a very peculiar spot. That looks to be Adam King and Dalton Saltness in that face-off with the setup and the opportunity, but great defense by Nate Boss. As that looked to be Zawin want to set that one up, gives it to Hunt. Hunt passes that one off to Saltness. Saltness all the way downtown to Johnson. Now just giving it back to Johnson, back to Saltness. Trying to pass it off to Rice, but trying to pass it off to Hunt, excuse me, just wasn't ready, but gives it to Carpenter. Now Carpenter setting up shot. Carpenter with a nice little breakaway, moving his way around the net, takes the shove, moves all the way around, takes a big hit. Number 9, Joey Grant. That pass moving around, that's back to Carpenter. Moving his way back around. That's Carpenter. Carpenter's been trying to do it all so far, as Boss has been laying these hits left and right, with another big hit delivered by Boss. Saltness just had that one a little bit to the left. And another opportunity as Zawin had a shot at Hunter Johnson for the Rangers. And now a big line change, as Roseville coach Ryan Adams noticed that his team was slowing down there. Smart move, as now Johnson checks out of the game and Keplin checks into the game. Given to Spindle. Given to Spidell, excuse me. Spidell to Zawin. Zawin back to Spidell, and Spidell moves that one just a little bit too far to the right as he was able to push it. Now it's a skate off between Kai Benson, but it looks like Bontham just covers that one up. Bontham wanted no part of that. She was covering up. She saw it look like a forward for Roseville just going at it. Number 28, Kai Benson. Bounces off to the left side. Move around. Looks like that pass was intended for Keplin. Given off to Zach Smith, and Zach Smith is not Zach Smith. Looks like Lucas Wellinga. That pass moves all the way around. That looks to be number 6, Joey O'Neill. Another hit delivered by Adam King for Roseville. These Roseville players are flying right now with these substitutions. It's a big sub. Goes in. Pass around. Looks past Keplin. Keplin able to make a nice move. But it looks like Nate Boss was there. And that's a nice block by Wellinga. Wellinga takes a long shot. Looks like Gelberg. Gelberg takes another shot, but that's past the left side. And with this aggressive approach, Lucas Wellinga and Gelberg both taking a couple nice shots at the net. And now it's moving all the way down to Kevin Cole Klein. That one's just going to be smacked away. Rangers trying to play rock solid on defense as this game is tied 3-3. Gives that one off. Moving past. And looks like a slipping player of Saltness. Saltness passes that one off. Gives it to Tony Lie. And now that's going to be covered up by Josie Bothan. Both these teams and their fans are really into it now. 8 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the third period. 3-all. Saltness in the penalty box, starting another power play for Roseville. Giving them any opportunity they can get, try to get up in this game, and Roseville wanting to run away with this. But Forest Lake also wanting to win this. Both teams hungry. It looks like Zounds coming out of the face-off. It's like coach trying to explain something. Ref's getting talking to some of the Rangers. We'll see what happens here. That pass was all the way around. Giving a Blake deflection off. And that's going to be stopped by Roy. As a big fall there by Smith. As that pass goes up high. Looks like an interference of a couple players. It looks like no one was ready for it. But Bothan was. A couple of people were there. Schiller, Boss, King for the Roseville, but Josie Bothan able to stand her ground. Adam King and Hunter Johnson are in the face-off with this power play. Minute 35, excuse me, left on this power play. As that pass goes seeking high, goes off the shoulder of a Roseville player. Now we'll just reset the face-off. Line change for Roseville. In the face-off is Johnson. As it looks like the other Johnson, Louis Johnson, will win that face-off. Johnson against Johnson. Now just working themselves on the outside. They've been doing this so effective tonight. Tony Lie. And that's a chance at it, but it tips away. That looked to be Ron Anderson. There's a couple people there. Louis Johnson and Tony Lie are on the outside there, just doing their strategy. They're affected so well. And it looks like players weren't ready for it, and Bruss just smacks that one away. It's not going to. That pass was almost trying to get stolen by Johnson. Was the pressure being put by Johnson? Carpenter going to try to swerve his way around. Now Carpenter trying to weave his way, but Carpenter falls. And they'll finally blow the whistle. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:41 remaining left in the third period. And after that fall by Carpenter, after that deck by Carpenter, number 12, Louis Johnson, is also going to be in the box, making it a temporary 4-on-4 matchup here. But going into the face-off looks to be Adam King for Roseville, and Jacob Zowen for Forest Lake. To go at it. Looks like that's Zowen. Zowen wants to have a second of his night. Goes off to a couple different people. And Zowen almost wasn't ready for it. As Gilbert begging for the puck. As Gilbert takes it, gets shoved into the wall, able to pass it the other way. And it looks like teammates hitting each other there. 16-8. Nate Boss gets hit in the face with the puck by Zach Schiller. And it looks like Nate Boss is also going into the box. Big opportunity here for the Rangers as 15 seconds are left on the power play. on the earlier before by Saltness getting penalized. So, I mean, this happened earlier in the game, but this was against the Rangers, but now this time it's against Roseville. So seeing maybe the Rangers can capitalize on an opportunity that Roseville wasn't able to, but now a couple line changes, just try to get the right guys in. There's a couple people getting moved around. That's Johnson. Johnson passes back to Hunt. Hunt working on the outside, gives it to Zowen. Zowen tries to line up the opportunity, gives it to Hunt. Hunt back to Zowen. Zowen moving his way around behind the net with a sliding Tony Lie. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt was lined up and ready for that. Just pushed it just a little bit to the left. Now the penalty is over for the Rangers, but meanwhile 2 players are in the penalty box for Roseville. That's Louis Johnson, number 12, and Nate Boss, number 8. So now big opportunity, 5-on-3. Now that's to Carpenter. Carpenter seeing if he wants to take the shot, gives it to Saltness. Around him, working his way back on the outside. Saltness with the goal. Golden Saltness with authority, just sitting on the left side of the post, and he was just waiting for that puck to go to him as he's able to capitalize. Now with 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third period, now this Rangers crowd is in it, and now the Rangers are up 4-3. Capitalizing on the 3-on-5 opportunity, able to get that beautiful goal by Dalton Saltness. Now back in is Lou Johnson. That's to Carpenter. Now Carpenter trying to work his back around. That's to Johnson. Now Johnson tries to swerve his way back around the net. Giving him that flies over. Giving around. That's Johnson again. Johnson for the Rangers, just trying to get that puck back into play, and another shot to go, and now the Rangers are rolling. That looked to be Jacob Zowen with the second goal of the night. Have yourself a day so far. 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. The Rangers are now rolling. Once this team is able to pick up momentum, they just are not gonna stop. Incredible effort, incredible job by Forest Lake, racking up those 2 goals. Now to get them up by 2, 5-3. Now this crowd's into it. Meanwhile, that's going to be Carpenter. It's going to be Carpenter and Johnson. We're in that face-off. And now it looks like Roseville's going to be facing an uphill battle. It looks like Spindle. Now it looks like Roseville's now just trying to get anything going here. That had Johnson with a shot. That's going to be caught and put back down by Klein Carlson. That Bonton with the remaining goal. But then that one will go in. And now with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining, it's 5-4.
Quite a game.
Roseville saying we're still here. And now it's going to be only down by 1. Incredible game so far. Rangers battle back from being down 2, and now Roseville's going to be trying to return the favors. Now they're only down 1 with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. As a shot being taken away as Bonton slipped and fell. Incredible work so far. It looks like they'll call it on 20. Matthew Boleyn maybe. It was one of the 20 numbers, but nonetheless, now it's just recollecting so far as both these teams in a shell-shock moment here. 5-4, 28 shots on goal each. Incredible game so far. Now it's going to start off with a face-off in Ranger territory. What a game this has been so far. Meanwhile, that looked to be King. King with the chance at it, but now Saltness is just going to try to take that one away, and that's Zowen. Zowen working 3-on-1. with a break on the inside. Zowen's going to work his way back around the net. He's going to take a shot and bounce it off the foot of one player, but looks like Matt Hunt's able to recover it. Gives it around to Saltness. Saltness trying to do a little bit of a quick over the backspin. Whoa, with the big little club by Adam King on Matt Hunt. As these two teams have just been going at it tonight. Rangers up by 1. Saltness is going to be in the face-off. Face-off goes off to the left side. Go to the right side, excuse me. It's Tony Lie. And that looked like Connor Brust was in there against Lie. As that puck gets away. Now working on defense is Bjorn Anderson. But Zowen's trying to break away. Tries to give it off to Galberg. But Galberg's pass net goes away. Gives it to Brust. Brust passes it to Saltness. And Saltness tried to weave his way around. That's going to be Lie. Lie passes out. Hits Burke Gaffney. Burke Gaffney, number 24. That's back to Matt Hunt. Matt Hunt trying to extend the lead for the Rangers with a shot taken. And that's Roy with the nice save. As that goes past the hands of Brust. The whistle will be blown. And now new legs for both teams as big line change. With 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third period. What a game so far. And meanwhile, inside this face-off, pass gets moved off to the left side. And that puck's just going to go into the stands. Had it earlier today, and we'll have it again now. Resetting. It's Johnson for the Rangers. And King. King for Roseville as he was able to finally pat that one back. It looks like Johnson and King were in the stalemate almost. Now that's Nate Boss. Nate Boss trying to work 2-on-1. That pass is deflected around. Now Roseville just trying to set up back on offense as they still have a nice chance to get this game tied up. But Rangers just trying to hold on to this lead. Goes past. Looks like that went past Johnson. And that was collected by King. Now that's Palmer trying to collect it. Moving the puck all the way back downfield. Hits the back of the wall on the right side. Rangers territory. Now that's a couple times it gets chopped around. Now moving back with the shot taken. Another missed opportunity there. It looks like Roseville had a beautiful shot. Now it looks like Palmer. Palmer with the right side. Had a chance at the right side, but he missed that attempt. Sliding his way left and right is Roy for Roseville. Kyle Roy for Roseville. Pretty good tonight as a big shove both by Rice and by Johnson. No other way to describe this matchup but a very physical, tough matchup as they've been earning everything so far tonight. Meanwhile, that's Kaplan. Kaplan with the shot. That shot's a little too high. Goes above the bar. And now with the breakaway attempt here, but Brust is able to save it. And it looks like that bounced. As Brust's shot went out, bounced off the head of a Roseville player, but that's going to be a face-off nonetheless as that went out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in the third period. As now this face-off is inside of Ranger territory. It's number 7, Adam King. It looks like maybe looks like a timeout called. Incredible game here as a timeout finally used. But now it looks like a big game plan coming up. Both teams just trying to figure out what to do here. Roseville down by 1, Forest Lake up by 1. 2 minutes, that's still plenty of time. We've seen how many goals can be scored in just about 1 minute. So we'll see what happens here as both these teams are in this timeout. as finally coming out of the timeout. Looks like to be number 7, Adam King, and number 21, Dalton Saltness for the Rangers. 2 minutes that were left. And now Roseville in attack mode here. Just trying to get anything. But Forest Lake playing high defense now. But it looks like maybe Forest Lake just wants to put in the dagger and end it. But it looks like King had a chance. King had a beautiful chance at it. That puck flies out, doesn't go out of bounds. Player hits the wall. Now with a minute 31 remaining, line change, big line change for Roseville, as the faceoff's going to be just about center ice. Center ice inside of Ranger territory, and that looked to be Johnson for Roseville. But with the great breakaway, that's Hunt, and Hunt takes the shot, but it looks like Kyle Royce will just cover that one up and just settle with the face-off. As inside of the face-off, that looks to be Johnson, Louis Johnson. And that shot taken at the net, but Royce deflects that one off, and maybe also pushed a little bit to the left. And it looks like finally Zowan comes away with it. But strong defense pushed here by Tony Lie. And there's under a minute remaining. So now if anything needs to happen, now desperation mode's Roseville. An opportunity looks like Gavin Klein Carlson had a chance at it. 40 seconds remaining. Roseville inside territory, and it's shots taken at the net. And a couple shots taken. Tony Lie able to reflect that one away. Puck flies high. Now looks like they're taking out the goalie. They need 6 attackers now. 24 seconds remaining. That shot's taken out. Hits the back of the ice. 20 seconds remaining. Unbelievable game. Roseville taking out their goalie. They just want to have 6 people out there to try to score anything. And now with this face-off here in Ranger territory, all rests on what could be, what could this be? All of it, all the marbles for Pride. Adam King in the face-off. Now a timeout called. Try to regroup their teams. So now both teams use their timeout with 20.4 seconds remaining. What a game this has been. The amount of shots on the goal taken has been incredible. 64 shots in total and 32 split apiece. But Rangers are going to be leading that department 5-4. What a game this has been so far. With this timeout ensuing, let's see what the game plan will be coming up. Here will be it. 6 attackers out. 6 offensive players out. Excuse me. And 6 offensive players are out. Adam King's inside the face-off. And that's Dalton Saltness for the Rangers. It looks like they'll win the face-off, and that one goes off a little bit too far to the left. It's 15 seconds remaining. And that'll be covered up by Josie Bothan. As it looked like Nate Boss had a chance at it, but that one just didn't get enough on the puck as that one just slid right to the feet of Bonton as she's able to cover that one up. And now back with 13 seconds remaining. That was King. King moves that side back around. That's going to be stopped. Trying to move back in. Set up and in play. That's King. And this very well might be it as that one's passed in. Break with a chance. 1 second remaining. And that'll be it. What an incredible game. Rangers will come up victorious at the end. What a game. 5-4. And this game will be one for the ages. Roseville will fall 4-19. And Rangers will be a 500 team at the end of the day. What a game this has been. I'd like to thank you all for watching on this incredible Thursday night. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for LA TV that keep us running up and running, because what would we do without you? And you know what? I've been Vince Dimitrov, signing out.
So, please select